Throughout history, strange and inexplicable coincidences have left people stunned and questioning the fabric of reality. From events that defy logic to uncanny moments that seem too precise to be random, these bizarre occurrences continue to intrigue us today. Join me now as we delve into the shadowy corners of history to uncover some of the most unbelievable coincidences ever recorded. These are the stories that make us question everything we thought we knew about the world, stories that leave us wondering if there's a hidden hand guiding the course of events. Are these events merely products of chance, or do they hint at a deeper, more mysterious force at play in our lives? Let us venture together into the unknown and explore these captivating tales of coincidence. The sinking of the Titanic in 1912 is a tragedy forever etched in our collective memory. A monument to human hubris, swallowed by the icy depths of the North Atlantic. But what if I told you that this maritime disaster was eerily foreshadowed in a novel, written 14 years before the tragedy? In 1898, a novelist by the name of Morgan Robertson put pen to paper and crafted a tale entitled. His story, like the Titanic's fateful maiden voyage, centered around a colossal ocean liner, christened the Titan, a titan of the seas, believed to be unsinkable. But Robertson's fictional creation met a chillingly familiar end. The Titan, much like its real-life counterpart, met its demise after colliding with an iceberg on a calm April night. The similarities don't end there. Both the fictional Titan and the real Titanic were described as being the largest vessels of their time, both lacking a sufficient number of lifeboats to accommodate all passengers and crew. Beyond the chilling parallels in the ship's designs and fates, the uncanny resemblance extends even to the names, Titan, a near-perfect echo of Titanic. This begs the question, was Morgan Robertson privy to some strange premonition? Or was this simply a case of life imitating art in the most tragic way imaginable? Some dismiss the similarities as mere coincidence, pointing to Robertson's experience as a seasoned sailor, familiar with the maritime world and its potential hazards. They argue that his knowledge of shipbuilding trends and the inherent risks of transatlantic voyages could have informed his chillingly accurate prophecy. But for others, the story of the Titan and the Titanic remains a haunting example of life mirroring art in the most tragic way imaginable. It serves as a chilling reminder that even the most unthinkable events can and do occur, sometimes with eerie foreshadowing. Our next tale takes us back to the tumultuous world of Elizabethan England, a world of courtly intrigue, religious strife, and plots most treacherous. At the heart of this story is Mary, Queen of Scots, a woman whose life was marked by both grandeur and tragedy. Mary's story is one of relentless misfortune, a series of events that seem almost orchestrated by a cruel hand of fate. Imprisoned by her cousin, Queen Elizabeth I, Mary became a pawn in a deadly game of power. In 1586, a group of Catholic conspirators, driven by their desire to see Mary on the English throne, hatched a plan to assassinate Queen Elizabeth. This plot, forever known as the Babington Plot, would seal Mary's fate in the most ironic of ways. The conspirators seeking to communicate with Mary used a seemingly secure method, encrypted messages concealed within seemingly innocuous objects. But their efforts to shield their treasonous plot from the watchful eyes of Elizabeth's spymaster, Sir Francis Walsingham, would prove futile. Walsingham's network of spies and informants was vast, infiltrating even the most secure circles. The plot was uncovered, and the conspirators, along with their incriminating correspondence, were apprehended. Among the evidence was a single letter, penned by Mary herself, a letter that would become her undoing. The letter, intended to encourage the plotters, instead sealed her fate. It provided the tangible proof Elizabeth needed to accuse Mary of treason. Mary, Queen of Scots, was found guilty and condemned to death. The irony is almost too cruel to comprehend. The very letter that Mary had hoped would secure her freedom, the letter meant to liberate her from her prison and elevate her to the throne, became the instrument of her downfall. It's as if fate itself conspired against her, twisting her actions to orchestrate her tragic end. Chapter 3. The Double Death of Thomas and Sarah Everard. Time flows linearly, but sometimes events echo eerily across history. This is the story of Thomas and Sarah Everard, connected by a tragic twist of fate. In 1884, Thomas died in a railway accident. In 2021, Sarah was abducted and murdered. Both deaths involve railways, a chilling coincidence. History, it seems, has a morbid sense of humor. Chapter 4. The two Napoleons. The name Napoleon Bonaparte evokes images of military genius, boundless ambition, and a legacy that forever altered the course of European history. But what if I told you that this iconic figure had a lesser-known double, a man whose life echoed Napoleon's in a series of uncanny parallels? This is the story of Napoleon Leclerc, a French general whose life, though less celebrated than his more famous namesake, followed a strikingly similar trajectory, marked by both triumph and tragedy. Born just a few years apart, Napoleon Bonaparte and Napoleon Leclerc seemed destined to walk parallel paths. Both men rose through the ranks of the French military, demonstrating exceptional skills in strategy and leadership. Both tasted the sweetness of victory on the battlefield, their names becoming synonymous with military prowess. But fate, it seems, had a cruel sense of humor. Both Napoleons found love and married, their wives bearing the same given name, Josephine. It's as if some unseen force orchestrated their lives, mirroring their choices and experiences in a series of bewildering coincidences. Their uncanny similarities extended even to their health. Both Napoleons suffered from similar ailments, their bodies ravaged by the stresses of their military campaigns, and in a final, chilling parallel, both men breathed their last breaths at around the same age, their lives seemingly governed by an invisible script. The life of Napoleon Leclerc, though overshadowed by the grandeur of his more famous counterpart, serves as a stark reminder that even the most extraordinary lives can be mirrored in the most unexpected ways. It makes one wonder if perhaps there are forces at play in the universe that we are only just beginning to glimpse, forces that connect us in ways we cannot yet comprehend. Chapter 5. The Death of King Charles II and the King's Curse. Throughout the annals of history, prophecies have held a strange power over the human psyche. From the whispered predictions of oracles to the cryptic pronouncements of seers, the allure of knowing the future, of glimpsing what fate has in store, has captivated humankind for millennia. Our final story delves into the world of royal intrigue and ancient prophecies, a tale centered around the life and death of King Charles II of England, a monarch whose demise seemed to be foretold by a centuries-old curse. Legend has it that a curse had been placed upon the Stuart dynasty, a curse that foretold the untimely demise of its monarchs. This curse, whispered in hushed tones within the halls of power, cast a long shadow over the reign of Charles II. According to the prophecy, the king was destined to die at a specific age, a chillingly precise prediction that hung over him like a sword of Damocles. As Charles II aged, each passing year brought him closer to the age mentioned in the prophecy, fueling anxieties and whispers within the court. And then, in 1685, the inevitable came to pass. King Charles II, at the very age foretold by the ancient curse, breathed his last. The timing of his death, aligning perfectly with the prophecy, sent shockwaves through the kingdom, fueling speculation that perhaps the Stuarts were indeed cursed. The death of King Charles II, though attributed to natural causes by his physicians, fueled the belief in the prophecy's power. It served as a chilling reminder that even kings, despite their wealth and power, were not immune to the whims of fate, or perhaps the machinations of a curse that had haunted his bloodline for generations. These mind-boggling coincidences prove that sometimes life can be stranger than fiction. Whether it's fate, destiny, or just sheer chance, these bizarre occurrences challenge our understanding of reality. From the premonition of the Titanic to the uncanny parallels in the lives of the two Napoleons, these stories remind us that the universe is full of mysteries that we may never fully comprehend. They leave us with a sense of wonder and a profound appreciation for the strange and inexplicable. The world is a tapestry woven with threads of coincidence, interconnectedness, and perhaps even a touch of the supernatural. As we've seen, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, and the line between the two can be remarkably thin. What do you think? Are these events simply random, or do they suggest a deeper connection between fate and our lives? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more strange and unexplained stories from history.